Good evening, everybody. This is Big Mike Geary here with Bubba and Travis. We are live, so it says. We will find out momentarily when all the phones start going boop, 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 and telling us that we're live. But we had a little technical difficulty there. I kept trying to load it. It wasn't loading. It was very angry at me. So I went back. I changed a couple things. We put Bubba's pretty, head back on the picture, and it seemed to accept it. So thank you, Bubba, for your charming good looks to save the day.
Can you hear me, Mikey?
Yes, can you hear me?
Lima Charlie, Bubba, can you hear us? He's trying to connect, it looks like. He says he can't hear us. Just try leaving the stream and coming back in there, Bubba. There you go.
Bubba, how about now? Do the thing where you left the studio for a minute, like go back one page and then come back in. I'll let you back in. Everybody else, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, Happy Solstice.
Merry Christmas.
Is today the solstice or is tomorrow?
It's today because it's the 21st is the winter solstice. So I think, if I remember correctly, the days start getting a little longer each day. We have somebody saying "Bah humbug." Bah humbug. Come on now.
From the folks in DAV Chapter 3, the Boston DAV chapter.
Love seeing the DAV come out and give us some support tonight.
Absolutely. It's always good to have them up and about. And let's see, is there a way to add the chat to make the chat go big? I think there is in there. Chat. Captions. Ticker. Lower third. Add. All right. So Patrick, yep, the commander of DAV 25 in Lowell. So let's see if we can get him to pop up on the big screen. Let's see the bar humbug. Here it is. Bubba, how you doing up there, brother? Bubba, they're trying to recruit you already.
Leave and come back.
There he goes. We can do a little side by side. And then bring it back. All right, Bubba, how are you doing, brother?
He was working just fine.
He was. Any luck with the mic? Do you have to restart your AirPods?
Hang on, let me check the chat here.
Maybe reconnect them to the whatchamacallit? Bubba has got an amazing story that, definitely looking forward to hearing him tell tonight. He was touching a little bit about it in the green room beforehand with us. Bubba had just gotten back from Gitmo. He is a sergeant. The Grinch is here. He's messing up my my war tonight. And then this is Bubba's unit here, this patch. So if you ever see the maple leaf out and about, you know those are guys in Bubba's command.
Let me message him one more time just to completely leave and come back.
Mm. I'm FaceTiming Bubba right here. Hey, so we can't hear you at all. So
Yeah, no, I can't hear you guys either.
all right. So can you hear him through this? If I'm talking to him, Travis, can you guys hear?
I got him. I can hear him.
You can hear him.
Yep.
That's super annoying.
All right, we're gonna do it this funky way. And we'll put you on FaceTime. We got your picture down there so they can see you. You know, your words may not match the timing, but you know we can hear you at least now.
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah, that's wicked weird.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So all right, Bubba. I'm sorry that this is going like this, but you know we got this going, and we're gonna make it work. All right, we showed off your lovely patch,
Yeah, I saw that pop up there.
and you know we're just trying to have a little bit of everything with the folks, let them know that we're ready for this, and we're just talking. We talked a second too about where you just came back from.
Oh,
Uh, if you want to go ahead and touch base, let them know that what your tour was, where you were, how long you were there.
yeah, I was just over in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, for right around 10 months. I can't talk too much about what I did, obviously, but was there for 10 months working on the base.
Did you get to go scuba diving?
I did. I got scuba certified while I was there.
That is
Oh,
outstanding.
nice.
I got super jealous when I saw the pictures of my old unit went down there maybe 2-3 years ago, and
Okay.
I saw the pictures of them all scuba diving, and I was like, oh, so jealous right now.
Yeah, it was that. I had a lot of fun while I was down there, and that was one of the best things. Is now I can use that on in the rest of my life. You know, I can keep going if I want to get further certified. I mean, I'm just open water, so I can just scuba up to 60 feet. But I can. There's room for expansion. I can go and take more courses.
Excellent. And now, one of the things that you were telling Travis in the green room was what we had done for you and for your family while you were gone. Was something that I learned about on my first tour. Was that if you take a book, you read it and you record yourself reading it, it's a good little gift to share with the family that's at home, so they have a way for the kids to interact with the parent that's gone. You know,
Yeah,
to read the book to them. When you're unable to be on the phone or be able to contact you, they still have a way to be around you. How did
right.
that
Yeah,
work out?
that was really cool. And I was really happy that you had me do that to set that up and everything.
And Bubba was a little camera shy at first when we got him on there, and he's like, I don't want to do all this. I want a picture book. Don't give me all these words. And we
Yeah,
were like, you got this, man. And
reading's never been my strong suit.
now on the poster that we have of you, Bubba, uh, I got the other poster up, the one that had
Oh,
the
nice.
the open slice, from front to
Yeah,
back.
my
It,
latest and greatest surgery back in 2017, I think it was.
did you want to explain to the folks, as much as you're comfortable talking about,
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, I'm a pretty open book. I was in a motorcycle accident when I was active duty down in Texas. Uh, the accident landed me in an induced coma for right around a month. Once I come out of the coma, I had to relearn how to walk, talk. Not really talk, but I had to relearn all the life's basic things. Using my hands and feet again. I literally had to learn how to walk again. I had to be certified in walking before I could walk by myself.
Now, how long after you came out of the coma and such did they say, hey, we need you to be done with your time? Did you say I was done with my time? How did you end active duty?
So after the coma, I was in the coma for about a month, and then another month of rehab where I was learning all the stuff again. And then when I got out of there, I went back to the Warrior Transition Unit back at Fort Hood because the accident happened in March of 2015, and my ETS was actually July of 2015. So I wasn't sure. Actually, I just signed. I reenlisted not reenlisted. I signed up with the reserves a year out from my ETS date. So I was already scheduled to join the reserves, leaving active duty. And then with the motorcycle accident, that set everything back because I surpassed my ETS date and didn't leave active duty until I believe October, November of 2015, when I was supposed to ETS back in July. So when I got out, I just ETS. No, I got out, finished my active duty, I ACAP, did all that fun stuff. And then once I got out of active duty, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just went back to the civilian life, started my civilian career, I was an apprentice electrician, started doing that. I was out of the army for about 6 months, and I was like, man, I missed the army. So then 6 months after I ETS, I joined back up in the reserves and switched my inactive reserve time to active reserve time. Finished out the remaining 3 years of my first contract, and once that was up, I reenlisted in the reserves and been doing that since. And I just reenlisted for 6 more actually last month.
Now, were you able to do that while you were deployed? Did they offer any bonuses or anything like that, or did you do that when you came back here?
No, I did it when I came back because I wasn't within my window while I was over there.
Gotcha.
I just did my window for enlistment this past July, and they were calling and asking, and I finally decided to pull the trigger last month, and that's my re-up.
And now you're a sergeant. When did you get promoted to sergeant?
I got promoted to sergeant back in February of 21.
Now, have you noticed any change as far as your weekends and stuff go? Life. When you were enlisted and only had to worry about yourself. Taking a bath every now and again and making sure your rifle was clean. And now actually having to look out for some folks and make sure they're trained and where they need to be and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of a good thing because I've been in a team leader position for probably the last 6 years. So now I just get the rank that goes with the position that I've been doing for the last 6 years.
So now you're actually getting paid for it instead of.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, the pay doesn't hurt.
So we got Sergeant Kapiktico. He is on here. He was one of the fellas that went to Anbar province with me in 0910. He also was a very creative fellow. He's created a game that it took beer pong and turned it into something completely crazy and way more fun. And then he also has these supplements. One is called Mod Deuce, and that's the energy, and the other one's called R&R, and that's the relaxed nighttime one. And the combination of the two, you take one in the morning at like 7 a.m., take the other one, an hour or two before you go to sleep. And, I did a month of each, and it really, like, after I got past the sweats of the first couple of days of being on it, I was like, this is good. I'm actually having energy to burst through the day and to sleep through the night. Because that was one thing I saw, like, coming off of active duty, like, I had trouble sleeping. I could not like I slept great on a cot. I slept great with a room full of 40 dudes. I slept great in all those areas. I could not sleep when I got home and I was in a room by myself.
I get that. Sorry, I don't mean to be like I'm ignoring. I got an army text. So
God. Travis, did you ever have any situation when you came out of the service, like something that like really like was easier while you were in the service versus out?
But I'll tell you what, it was just not understanding how different life had changed for me. I was only in for like 4 years, right? But you just can't appreciate how different you are than everybody else. It's things like, hey, getting laughed at for not wanting to use an umbrella because you just didn't use an umbrella in the Marine Corps. Or, trying to understand that hey, your civilian coworkers, when the workday is over, really don't care about you. Whereas in the service, we slept together, shat together, showered together, ate together all the time. So we played together and played hard. I'm like, hey, what's going on this weekend? What are we gonna do? I'm going home to my house. You go to your place. I don't really interact with you past work. That was a hard thing to come to grips with. And if you've never been in our situation, people really don't understand. It took a while to kind of get out of that mode.
And it's definitely tough to go from having somebody there, 24/7, 365 to not having that. And it's definitely one of the things that we really try to work with Hellfish Haven is rebuilding that camaraderie, rebuilding that community, and such. And it's why different things that are out there are so good. Whether it's the organizations that you're rucking, or where we do gaming, and even the morning veteran socials that are doing just coffee, just to get these guys together and rebuilding that, because it's it's quite a bond you build when you just go through so much bullshit with these people. It's I feel like that's the real bond that seals everything. It doesn't have to be bullets. It's the bullshit. It's the digging through trash looking for somebody that dropped a 9mm. It's digging. It's not that I had to do that, or 2 or 3 days of it in Baghdad, but I'm not still sour. But
Yeah. Well, like trying to explain to somebody why you're in charge of a multi-million-dollar system, but can't have a microwave or a toaster oven in your room. It's just it's a very different world. We got Doug Machado from Fubar Studio checking in, Mikey. That's good. Dougie, how are you doing? Merry
howdy,
Christmas.
howdy.
Oh,
Oh, Jose, please step back, buddy. Did I just lose?
yeah, we lost.
It signed out, or Jose? Down, buddy.
It's like it started doing something on its own. Testing my camera.
Dougie's doing good.
Very good.
And
Very
so I
good.
got I can still hear Bubba here. We can still chat with him. Bubba, if you want to go back in so we can see you. If not, I can always just throw up a picture of you, and have you here chatting if you're good with that.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back in. Just it's giving me a hard time.
And I've been trying to make some designs over the last few days. I don't know if folks have seen them on Hellfish Haven and War, but I've been coming up with different designs for some holiday themed images. This is one of them I got here. I got Santa coming to town with a little ruck on.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
So I tried to make a T-shirt that said Santa Rucks. So Santa, what rhymes with Rucks? And they instantly shut that one down. They were like, you cannot make Kris Kringle, merry and fornicating.
Well, what about the movie Bad Santa, where that's all the Billy Bob's character's doing is dressed as Santa Claus? I mean, come on, come on.
Absolutely.
Where's the fun? Where's the fun? Taking
I did
yourself
though,
so
you know,
serious. Why so serious? Why so serious?
because like the AI is, you know, it's just you tell it what you want and it gives it to you. Like, you know, I said I wanted, you know, give me, you know, Chris Kringle rucking, and it you know, put together the image and it comes together. You do have to be very specific with, you know, AI, you know, when you're telling what you want. And if you ever look at the faces real close, it doesn't know how to do eyes, so it just kind of blurs them.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but man, it sure does help out a whole lot. I like that one. Rugged Santa. Rugged Santa.
But how are you making out? And then what I don't understand is like when I told it to do like a Hellfish Haven sign over like a Christmas like fireplace with like, you know, some army stuff underneath it. It kept misspelling
Yeah, the AI
Hellfish.
misspells. It's something weird
Like,
with
when
the
keep
way.
auto correcting it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna show you right now. It's as it would come up, it'd be like three L's. Like so, like this would have been a cool picture. I'm like, would have been a neat background, but like, how do I get rid of one of those L's? We'll have to ask
No,
Steven, you know,
I'm
next
going to
week
give
when
you a
he's on.
site you can try. Um, Designer Microsoft. I use that a lot. It's kind of like Canva, but it's not. But
Mm-hmm.
when I got Word stuff, it plays better with words than other AI systems do.
Yeah,
There's a reason, technical reason why it doesn't. I forgot what it is, but it can be frustrating because you can get you can tell it to put the word. You know, I want the word centered at the top of the page with, you know, and to look this size, and it will do it. And then it's like two B's or two E's, and I'm like, that's not right. So it can be interesting. So
yep,
well, I'm gonna drop here, Mike. I gotta get ready for, you know, my show starting in a couple minutes. You
gotcha.
know,
Bubba, are
yeah,
you still here?
Oh yeah, I'm still on the FaceTime. It kicked me out of the thing. Should I try and
Yeah,
read the stream you sent me?
yes, please. And Travis, you want to let us know what's coming on at 8 o'clock tonight?
shh. So looks like you know Rat KO's checking in. I've got Courtney George from Wreath Across America Transportation Coordinator going to kind of give us some backstory about how they get all those wreaths from Columbia Falls, Maine, nationwide in about 10 days. It's pretty freaking amazing. You know, another civilian who, you know, really believes in the mission of the military and veterans, and just an awesome lady to talk to. And Wreaths Across America is a great organization teaching and taking care of and shining light on those who've passed. So really cool stuff, man. Thank you.
All right, Travis. Well, you know, we thank you for jumping on. Sorry, we had technical difficulties and
Hey,
wasn't able
man,
to
you know
attend
it,
it the
it
whole time.
happens. It happens.
But you
Great
know,
meeting Bubba, and we'll work this out. And if I don't talk to you, Merry Christmas. But I'm sure we'll be talking before then, Bubba. You know, rubber down, brother, rubber down. That's all you got to do.
all right, thank you, Travis, and you know we'll see you at 8 o'clock. Bob and I are
Yes,
gonna continue on for a few moments. So, Merry
appreciate it, guys.
Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, Bubba, it's you, me, and FaceTime on this bad boy.
All right, I'm trying to get in on my phone.
All righty, let me know what it says. KO, what is that? What do they want you to invent? All right, Bubba, can you hear?
Are you seeing my picture on the
Yes, I can.
screen?
I can see you on the screen. I'm hearing you through the phone still, though. But I mean that usually happens with the when people use their phone. I don't know what's exactly wrong with it, but it's definitely got like a situation where the overlay, like when you push it and you try to do like give permissions to it, you have to
Yeah.
give permissions to your phone to use the microphone and the camera at the same time.
Uh, yeah. I'm gonna leave it on my phone. Every time I try to join it on the computer, it just windmills.
Just so I'm gonna put you on like this. So you're basically you're looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I can let you know the comments. Like KO's letting us know that he's helping people who have ideas and show them how to bring to the market. He's been doing some inventing with NEI, New England Invents, as an advisory board member for the military department. So if you want to make something, I think you got to talk to KO and come up with some ideas.
That's pretty cool.
Now, how back to you going away and coming back. You've got a couple of little ones. How old are they? How was it? Going away and then coming back with the young ones.
So I have two daughters, 2 and 3. It it was hard to both leave them and my wife. When I was active, I went to Korea. That was my first duty station for a year, and then I was in Afghanistan when I was active duty. But for all that time, I didn't have like my own. I had my family, like mother, father, sisters, but I didn't have my own family. So this is my first time actually having to leave my family. So that was an experience.
Mm-hmm.
But coming back is the best part. Like leaving always sucks. Everyone knows that. Everyone who's been in and gone somewhere knows leaving sucks. But it's returning that kind of makes it worth it. Like that feeling that you're coming home and your wife's so excited to see you, your kids so excited to see you.
Now, for me, when I was in, I was that internally single so I was just just rocking it and being like I don't have any commitments. I'm just gonna I'll deploy. I'll come back. I'll deploy again. I'll come back. I'll deploy again. And it's just how it was during that time. And it was like we were like I don't know. There's probably like 5 or 6 of us that just went heavy with it and wound up doing about 4 tours each. I think we did.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it was just insane. What do you guys have a cycle now? Where now that you guys got back from Gitmo, do you guys have a rest cycle where you guys have a couple years of stabilization where you don't have to worry about?
Yeah. So So because there was a group of us from the 94th that got deployed to Gitmo. There was maybe 15 or so of us. I can't remember the exact number. But so out of those, let's call it 15, we have what's called dwell time. So we have a certain amount of time that we can't be deployed again unless we sign a dwell waiver, meaning we're signing our dwell time away.
Now, if you sign that away, did you get any bonuses or anything like that?
I believe there were some people that had signed their dwell waiver away to go to Gitmo this past deployment. And I believe they got some benefits. I don't know if it was extra leave time when everything was all said and done, or I don't know if it was money. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. So when I was in, it was stop lost, and then
Right.
if you had to sign a COT tag and then a COT tag waiver, and we literally on my first tour, our first sergeant came with us all the ways over to Iraq, and then within the first couple weeks of being there, he decided, no, I'm just gonna go home. All right, Kay, always good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Merry Christmas. Have a great New Year. Maybe in 2024 we'll be able to see you in person, brother. Invent some things. And now, when you came home, was there any adjustment period of where the kids were kind of like standoffish or not what to do, or were they, just immediately like embracing you and not letting you go anywhere because they didn't want you to leave again?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like I thought they were going to be more. I thought I was going to get more of a reaction. I don't know if it was we went to my nephew's birthday party. That's where I surprised them, and they like I had been home at that point, but I hadn't seen them yet. So they come running in, and then they came up and gave me a hug. But it was like they saw me yesterday, not like it's been 10 months.
Yeah.
Now I also don't know if that's because of the fact that we had constant communication with the rear while we were in Gitmo. I had my cell phone like it was every other day.
Yeah, so you were able to, physically,
text time, FaceTime. It wasn't like when I was in Afghanistan in 2013, 2014, when the only time I got was if we got back to our shoes and we had time to get on the internet.
Yep. And then
like I had with me wherever I went.
I remember, having to go to the MWR, and you would go in there, and the best part would be if the guy before you, didn't empty the recycling bin, and you go in there and you're like, what pictures was he getting sent?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe how many people like were using shared computers and getting, the folks at home to send, some naughty pics, and then they would just leave them on these shared computers. Like it was like, oh, whoops.
Yeah. I mean, it was like I said, it was even from the times that you had went overseas. When I went 13 to 14, it was much different. I mean, we had internet right to our shoes where we were living. So I had my computer plugged in. It might have even been Wi-Fi, actually. I don't even know if it was a hot line. It might have been Wi-Fi. Right in my room, right to my computer.
Yeah. Now, with Gitmo, you have the opportunity to do the scuba. I think KO had gone down to Gitmo too. But did you also have like the opportunity like where they did like the 2 beer tickets and things like that, and like
they had some groups come out for like shows and stuff, like MWR events and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So you had I feel like Gitmo like can be like good and bad because it's so close, but you're still on deployment, and like you're not able to just go back, but you're a few hours away.
Yeah, you're still conducting a mission. I mean, we're right off the coast of the U.S., but we can't see family in person. Family can't come see us. It's you're in another. You're overseas, even though it's just a hop and a jump over the sea. But
Yep. Did anybody ever like be like, why can't we just jump back to Miami for the weekend and come back?
Yeah, we joked about it all the time. Like, yeah, we'll just jump on some jet skis and we'll just head over real quick.
I can't imagine that the provost marshal would like that too much.
Yeah, no, or the Navy or the Coast Guard probably wouldn't like that too much.
No. So, would you have a joint task force while you were down there?
Yeah, it was. It's a JTF base, so Navy, Marines, Army.
Yep. I can hear Emily is in that. I don't want to call it terrible two-phase, but like she's definitely getting to be a little tumultuous.
Yeah, she's starting to learn those words and she's starting to use them.
And then she's also learning how to pretend cry, or to like be like like give the sad eyes and be like what makes dad what makes dad go, okay, here, have a cookie. And it's like any advice for me on those, like what to do, to combat that? Is there any way combating it, or am I toast?
No, I mean you gotta kind of let it ride its course, brother. There's no way around it. I mean, I'm still dealing with my 3-year-old. I feel like she's got, once she found out more words, she's got more lippy.
No. Now you just went down to Disney, right?
Yeah, we were down in Disney in November.
How is that with the kids?
It was good. They had a blast. They had so much fun. They were very good to listen. They had a lot of fun.
What age would you think would be good to go with Emily? Is there a certain age you'd recommend?
I would say probably. I'd say 4 or 5. Like I took my girls obviously at 2 and 3 because that's how old they are now. But yep. I think a little bit older would have been better.
Gotcha.
They still enjoyed it, and it was still worth the trip. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit older, I think they could have enjoyed it more.
Because I know that Jacqueline was stalking you guys on Facebook, being like, "Oh my God, I just want to bring Emily down now." I'm like, can we pump the brakes and maybe think about when she can go on some more rides and
Right, yeah. There's nothing worse. There were some rides down there where my baby Sophia, she's the youngest, and she's tiny. She's short like her mother.
Yeah.
So there were rides that Lila could go on, but Sophia couldn't, and then we had to say no to Sophia, and there's no worse feeling than that.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, that's what I'm worried about with Emily, because obviously, Jackie's 4 foot nothing, and the baby, when she does her height and weight, they're like, all right, her weight, she's good, she's in the the regular percentile, but her height, she's like in the bottom, like 15 to 20.
Right. Yeah. Jose messed it up.
He might have. Let's see. There we go. We got back there. Jose, lay down, buddy. Mm-hmm. He does get excited. I'm gonna give everybody a quick view of Jose. There he is. Can't blame the guy. And
no, he's looking out for you.
Yeah, and like Travis said, he's gonna be doing an interview with the wreath driver that drops off the wreaths across America. That is interesting. I keep trying to say it too fast, like, and I've been sitting here lately with like the wife, like, and like we'll say a word, and then like you think about the word for too long, and you're like, am I dumb? I don't know how to say this word, or am I just like stuck in like? And the wife will look over at me. She was like, "Were you smoking tonight?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't even smoked yet." I'm like, "This is just me being confused about a word because I said it too many times."
I talked myself out of how to say it.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have a how far are you from Lowell?
Probably about 20 minutes. Not too
far. Do you have any plans on Saturday?
I'd have to check with the wife. My memory and all that.
Gotcha. Because on Saturday there is going to be an event in Lowell, and that is, hold on, let me see if I can get this to pop up real quick. So boom, there it is. It doesn't start at 12. That's incorrect. It says it's going to be 10 to 12. And you see this picture right here? You see the Jolly Roger skull?
Yep.
So I put that on there for the Navy guys, because they were upset that they, Army beat Navy. So, I wanted to give them a little, I threw them a little bone with that. And
that's nice of you.
I literally had a guy email me back, and he was butthurt about the image of Santa Claus. Oh my goodness, what did he say? He said something silly. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Like, I was flabbergasted at this. I was like, why is this man so angry? All right, let's go to sent mail because here we go. All right. All right. Let's see his early one. The guy goes, "This flyer is horrible and disgusting." This is all in cap locks too, with an exclamation point. "Have you lost your mind? Question mark, question mark. Santa Claus as a death symbol? Question mark, question mark. So totally fucked up. 3 exclamation points."
Like, well, how I can't comprehend how that's offensive in any way or just like it's just that's wild.
And like the guy is upset that Santa Claus is a death symbol, and it's like, it's not a death symbol, and I'm like, and the man isn't real.
Right.
Yeah. He lives in our hearts. He lives in, the North Pole. He's, he's
hearts and minds and stories.
Yep, and he's not physically, human. He's not somebody that lives and dies like we do. So it's like,
how is this called a death symbol?
I don't understand it. I'm like, I had to send him like the Jolly Roger and like the Navy units that use it and adorn it on their on the jets, and like it blew my mind that this guy was so angry about it. And it's like, I don't know if this guy's an older guy, if he's younger or what, but like it was like,
is he a veteran?
Yeah, he's even a member of our Just Say American Veterans Post in Lowell. So in Lowell, I am now the adjutant and the treasurer. And the guy that was messaging earlier, Patrick, he is the commander of the post. So we just started it back up after a 5-year hiatus. So we're trying to get some young blood in there. So if you're interested, are you already a DAV member?
I don't think I know. I did a DAV run when I was in the police academy in 2018.
All right. So what we can you've got a claim in at the VA, right?
Yeah, I have a percentage.
So as long as you have a percentage or you have a claim that you're putting in, you can become a member of the DAV. So we'll have to look into getting you signed up because the dues are going up next year. So we'll get you signed up before that happens, and we'll talk to Patrick and see about there he is, and see about getting you on board if you want to do like sergeant at arms or something like that for the post. That way you can come and be a part of it and like see and learn from it, because like that's when I came home from my second tour, my barber was like, "You're the junior vice commander of the Legion." I'm like, well, what does that mean? And he's like, "You just gotta plan parties." And I'm like, cool. And then that rolled into me being that turned into me being senior vice, and then it turned into me being commander for 4 years, and it was like, all right, this is fun. So, but yeah, so if you're interested, Sunday, 10 to 12, I'll message you the details again afterwards.
I was gonna say, you'll definitely have to send me that link on in a DM.
Yeah. And then, is there, any one thing that you could, share with folks from your, your time, with your near-death experience, going from, coma to coming back, going from, Afghanistan to coming back, going from Gitmo to coming back, what is it that keeps you going? What is, your resilient factor that, like, is there anything that you can pinpoint that says, this is really what keeps me going, or this is something other people can focus on that keeps, that can help them?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you and Travis, I think we're talking about earlier, but it's the brotherhood. That's kind of what always kept me going. It's that camaraderie that you find in the military. You're not going to find anywhere else. Like I shared how me and you met with Travis earlier. It was just at a party. You walked in, saw the tattoos, saw the KA bracelet. We started talking, and it just that instant camaraderie.
Yep.
Like we had known each other for years. We just
absolutely. The wife was like, "What are you doing out here talking to this kid, for an hour?" And it's like that's the way it is.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, that's the biggest thing. Is all my brothers and sisters and aunts that I've met over the years and still talk to, still reach out to, and it's a huge factor. And then I have a very, very, very supportive family. Wife, parents, sisters, everybody's so supportive of everything I do. They've always had back. They always will. So those two things are huge for me.
That's awesome. It's like it definitely helps when you get that support, and like that was one thing that I saw that was different. And all right, we got it at 8:00. I gotta tap out on the side so that way we can get Oscar Mike Radio going. I don't want to steal folks from him. So if you guys have the chance, go over to Oscar Mike Radio on Facebook, on YouTube. anywhere that Oscar Mike Radio performs, and check out his podcast tonight. Travis is talking with Wreaths Across America. No T in across, but I added one there. And he's gonna talk to the people that are driving these wreaths, from point to point, and what an honor it is to do that. I got to see earlier this week that the folks in the military police corps regiment, they were out in Arlington earlier this week, and they put up some pictures and of the what it looked like with all the green wreaths next to the white tombs, and it's a breathtaking view. So I'll make sure to share that again with folks after this. But Bubba, I appreciate you coming on. Last time was a little.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really happy that I was able to be here. I'm a little upset I couldn't get my camera and my computer working, but I'm glad I was here. I hope people enjoyed having me on, listen, and enjoy what I had to say.
If people want to find you, are you friendly on social media? If people see you and add you,
absolutely. If anybody is, I'm an open book. Like I said, any questions? My name on Facebook is Bubba Tucson. You got any questions about military? If you're new or been in for a little bit but still have some questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here.
All right, Bubba. Thank you for your time tonight. Everybody, thank you for joining us and watching War. We're sorry we started late. We had a little snafu there. Bubba, I think, I don't know if you're cursed or I'm cursed or we're just cursed together.
Yeah,
you get two
of us, brother. Two of us together.
We tried to do this 2 weeks ago, and, my whole body just was like, you're not going to work today. Yep. And then tonight, it's just like my computer's like, screw you, buddy. So.
Yeah, then you finally got to work. Working, and then I couldn't hear you guys. You guys hear each other fine, but I couldn't hear anything.
Yep, we got a new message here. I think this might be somebody that you know. Can you see it?
No, I can't see it.
It's Karen.
Oh, my mother.
Miss your mom? Well, say Merry Christmas, Mom.
I'm sure she's listening.
She's got it right there. She threw a Merry Christmas to all of us here. So Merry Christmas, Bubba's mom. I'm glad to have you back here, and I'm sure that you are too. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week, and stay